Thank you. Good luck, John. Thank you, everybody. My name's Tringali, and I have to say I'm a single mom. I married a man when I was in Sicily, Alessandro Lucio Tringali, a 6'7" Sicilian, native Sicilian. Yeah, 6'7", that was impressive. But you know what I found out is when you come back to the United States and things don't work out, guess what? You get a divorce and they're deportable, everybody. That is the best thing about dating an immigrant. I highly recommend it. I'm single by choice. Anybody else single? Single. Anybody single by choice? Nobody chooses to be with you either? I'm sorry. Well, you know what? I enjoy being single. I enjoy being single. The only thing is I raised my daughter by myself, and she's now 23 years old. But you know what? Kids don't come with instructions. And there was a lot of little milestones I had to get across. For instance, my daughter, when she was 4 years old, she used to sing the Little Teapot song. And she used to sing it inappropriately. And it kind of went like this. I'm a little teapot, short and tight.
Uh-oh.
I says, no, it's short and stout. She says, no, Mommy, I'm short and tight. How do you explain to a 4-year-old that you're not short and tight when you are? That was a little tough. Chelsea used to like to play this game, the punch buggy game. You know, we're driving the car, and she goes, punch buggy. She punched me in the arm. A little while later, punch buggy. Oh my God, this is horrible. One day I got even. There was a truck going down and it was loaded with these punch buggies. I pulled over to the side of the road. We don't play that game anymore. You know how children, they want animals? Mommy, get me this animal, I'll take care of it. Well, she wanted this guinea pig. Well, it ended up 2 guinea pigs in a stinky cage. And I kept insisting that you need to clean up after this guinea pig or it's gone. This went on for a few days. Finally, I said, I'm going to get even with her. Yeah, I'm a twisted mom. And this is a true story. Please don't put me in jail for this. But I took the 2 guinea pigs out of the cage, covered the cage with the towel, put them in a closet, and cooked up a couple of Cornish game hens for supper. My daughter comes and sits down and she says, hey, Mommy, what is this? I said, I'll give you a hen. It doesn't squeak anymore. So raising a child that was like this is, you know, kind of challenging. And I knew I was in for trouble because her favorite 2 shows was Beavis and Butthead and the Jerry Springer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yes, and Rugrat, totally neurotic. Well, one day, I guess Beavis and Butthead got to her because they went on a field trip, you know, the 1st grade field trip, and she decided to moon the entire 1st grade class.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. The teacher called me up and she said, we're not going to discipline her, we want you to handle this in your own way. Well, I did, and she had a rosy red ass, and next day was show and tell. And I told her to go moon everybody again, and you can show and tell. Tell them what happened, yeah. But I wasn't single all the time. I was dating this guy. I called him Jackass, and that was really a pet name. He'd come home, and I'd say, hey, Jackass, and he'd be like, hey, Velcro, get away. You know? But he really was a pain in the ass, and he used to talk to me about losing weight. He says, you know, if you lost weight, you'd feel better, and you'd be healthier, and you'd really feel great. And this is coming from a guy that, you know, we've been together for so many years, you're kind of stuck with each other, you know, you sit on the couch eating pizza and watching TV, and you're like, hey baby, can I have the remote? Yeah, it was great. So, I mean, the thing with getting comfortable with one another, he gained 2 inches around his middle, I gained 2 inches around my middle, that left us only 2 inches to work with. That kind of sucks. He did pick on me for a long time about my weight, and I finally decided to do something about it. That's right. I joined the gym. I even hired a personal trainer, and he says, well, what would you like to work on? I said, well, I'm a middle-aged woman, so I'd like to work on getting my ass off the back of my knees to start with. And it didn't work. It's still back there somewhere. I think it's hanging around my ankles at some point. But I was determined to lose weight, so I exercised, worked out, and dieted, and watched this guy get lazier and fatter. I mean, lazy guys really suck. We have cabinets. I understand you want to make a statement that you're not going to close the cabinet because you're the king of the house. But why all the, either all the way open or, not one, half inch. It's like, I ran out of speed right there. Oh, I'm so tired, I'm so lazy, I can't go the extra half inch. Yeah. So, Mr. Wonderful, finally I took his advice and I lost 185 pounds. That's right.
Woo!
That's right. I got rid of him. And you know what? I feel great. He was right. And we did work together though. And he used to be really jealous because we were poker dealers and I made a lot of money. And he would be at his table and I'd be at my table. And we had a little signal. He'd always put his money in his pants. I always put my money in my bra, so I'm never flat busted, and as you can tell, I'm loaded. So he had his tournament, I had my tournament, and I was making a lot of money. He's looking over to see, how I'm doing, and we had a signal. This was $5. This was $10. This was bigger than 10. Well, this tournament, I made $100, and he's looking at me. How much money did you make? How much money did you make? So I looked at him, and I went, and he goes, he was so pissed. He almost got arrested that night because we went to the store on the way home. And like I said, I keep my money in the bank and I go in to get a soda. He comes in and he's like, oh shit, I need a pack of cigarettes. This guy grabs him and he's like, buddy, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to buy some smokes. It's like, oh my God, he's feeling me up. This is terrible. Yeah, so dating him was really a trip and a half. But I want to thank you all for coming out and supporting everybody tonight. Keep your lives full and keep your bras fuller. Thank you.